All right, so when you look at this, the first step is to plug in, and when you plug in negative infinity, you are not going to get anything that looks like a basic limit law, because you're going to get negative infinity to the fourth minus 4 times negative infinity to the third plus 1 over 2 minus 2 times negative infinity squared minus 7 times negative infinity to the fourth. That does not look like a basic limit law. So what we're going to do, because we don't have a basic limit law staring us right in the face, we're going to divide by the highest denominator power. So divide denominator. Now, this is a little bit of a trick question because usually the highest power in the denominator appears first, but here if you scan through the denominator, you see that the highest power is actually this x to the fourth term. So we are going to divide by x to the fourth on every single term. All right, so let's write that down, get some clarity hopefully as far as what we're working with here. So we have x to the fourth over x to the fourth minus 4x cubed over x to the fourth plus 1 over x to the fourth over 2 over x to the fourth minus 2x squared over x to the fourth minus 7x to the fourth over x to the fourth. And yes, it is a lot of writing, but it is worth it because what's going to happen is after we simplify, we're going to have a little bit more clarity as far as what the situation is. All right, so to simplify here, subtracting exponents, this x to the fourth over x to the fourth becomes a 1. So we have 1 minus, subtracting these exponents, we'll be left with an x in the denominator, plus 1 over x to the fourth, over 2 over x to the fourth, minus 2 over x squared, subtracting those exponents, and then minus these x to the fourths cross, and we get 7. All right, so now we use our basic limit law, and our basic limit says that if we have a number over x to a power p, that is going to go to 0 if x goes to plus or minus infinity. So anytime basically we have an x in the denominator, this guy is going to be going to 0. So 4 over an x, a number over x to a power p. So this 4 over x goes to 0, this guy goes to 0, this goes to 0, this goes to 0, because it all has that structure of a number over x to a power p. So when the dust settles here, what are we left with? We are left with the limit as x goes to negative infinity of 1 over, in the denominator we have 0 minus 0, so that's just giving us 0, and then negative 7. Now at this point there's nothing to plug in, you just have a constant, so that goes back to our other basic limit law, and so our answer will be negative 1 over 7 for the limit.